Hi there, you are listening to ListenUp, the KidSpirit podcast. My name is Maya Mesh. I am your host for today. I am a KidSpirit alumni, and I'm so excited to be here with you. A little bit more about KidSpirit. So KidSpirit is an online nonprofit magazine by and for teens everywhere to tackle life's big questions. So today I am joined by the wonderful Lyla and Skyler to have a conversation about AI and its effects on our lives and how it affects how we approach everything, from creativity to school. Lyla, would you like to start off by introducing yourself?
Hi, my name is Lyla Cherry and I'm a 17-year-old senior here in New York City. In my free time, I really like to write. That's definitely my favorite thing to do. But I also love to read and hang out with my friends. I've also been in KidSpirit for about 7 years now. Skyler, what about you?
Hello, I'm Skyler. I find this whole topic really fascinating. I've been at KidSpirit for several years now. I'm a junior in high school, and I'm really interested in writing as well. I like to draw. I like to fence, but I really like to see how AI is changing and affecting my interests.
So today we're going to chat about AI, which is something that everyone seems to be talking about these days. KidSpirit recently did an entire issue devoted to AI, and I'm so curious to hear your thoughts on this potentially controversial topic. Let's jump in. In her Big Question article, Manor explores whether or not AI can be used ethically. In your opinion, what does a world in which AI is used ethically look like? Or what does the world look like if AI is not used ethically? Lyla?
I think in a world where AI is used ethically, it would be used predominantly as a tool for assistance. I think one of the most unethical ways AI could be used, if it were to take over our jobs or our world, or even worst case scenario, our humanity, I think it's really important that AI kind of stays out of the jobs that we do. So that means Skylar and I, as writers, AI wouldn't take that away from us.
I think AI can be used ethically. Currently, it's being used in science to create environmentally friendly rechargeable batteries that are better than lithium. Currently, they've made it it started off with about 200 different compositions for batteries to make a rechargeable battery. But using the help of AI, they've narrowed that to about 10 different compositions. And that's just one example of how AI could be used to create a better environment, to make advances in science, especially as AI advances on its own.
Now we are going to hear from KidSpirit editor Siddhant in India. So Siddhant, I have a question for you. In his KidSpirit Perspectives article, philosopher Zachary Biondi discusses AI in the context of the Luddite principle that new technology is only progress when it genuinely enriches lives. Given this, he encourages readers to take a Luddite approach when considering the ethics of AI. Ask yourself, does using this technology genuinely benefit me and my community? Or am I using it merely because it is convenient? And what do you think about Biondi's approach? If you apply his principle to AI, do you think it's ethical?
Hello everyone, my name is Siddhant Raj and I'm 14 years old. I live in Ahmedabad and I've been working for KidSpirit for the last 3 years. I love to write, to play basketball, and I love exploring different fields such as economics, finance, etc. In my view, Dr. Biondi's approach to using AI is both ethical and efficient. It is rooted in the principles of Luddism, which advocates questioning the benefits and drawbacks of AI in specific scenarios. For instance, one question he highlighted in his article is whether AI genuinely benefits individuals and communities or merely serves as inconvenience. I firmly believe this method is crucial for maximizing AI's potential while upholding our morals and beliefs.
Do you think AI can be used to help others?
Well, I think AI can be used to help with people on their day-to-day life. Already, there's algorithms which are a form of more compact AI, which are used pretty much every day in day-to-day life. Google, Siri.
I think AI could be an amazing teaching assistant, both for teachers and students. For teachers, I think it could be helpful in creating lesson plans, such as maybe when summarizing sections of textbooks. That could be great for pulling out the most important points, not necessarily for directly teaching the kids, because that is the teacher's job. And for kids, most substantially, it could be used to develop healthier study habits, maybe help create a study guide, things like that. But again, not using AI for answers, but helping you kind of achieve like that 100 that you want, kind of using AI to push you to get there. Because I think AI could benefit so many people if we use it as a tool, but not a replacement.
I'm curious, do you think AI can be used to create art?
I think that's a complicated question. The arts are super powerful and emotional and irrational because it's created from humans. And as of right now, I don't think AI can create something that irrational or subjective, because from what I know, it's based on formulas. And if it's based on quantitative formulas, I don't think it could create something as abstract as human art. I know that when you're asking AI questions, you have to ask it that question. You have to incentivize it to give you an answer, to create a piece of art, to whatever the many, many things that AI can do. And so I think when we're creating art, we're not necessarily phrasing a question around it. We're just channeling what we're feeling and what we've experienced into our art, and AI just doesn't yet have the power to replicate those things.
I completely agree that AI is often quite lifeless when it creates art, and it lacks a lot of emotion, but I'm going to talk about more of the logical and literal aspect of and the details of AI art. One example is I have a pixel art drawing of a character that I tried to have drawn. I want to see how AI would do if I tried to give it a prompt that would draw it in. And it would miss a lot of the subtleties of that character. It would forget the spots. It wouldn't have so my character has heterochromia. So one eye is green and one eye is yellow. And oftentimes, it would take me about 30 regenerated responses in order to even get that correct. And it would fail most of the time. Even now, if you look at this photo, it doesn't have the same feeling to it. It doesn't look right. There's a lot of small details missing. It's just wrong. But I think it could get better over time. But for right now, it's not good.
Let's hear from Siddhant again. I'm curious to know if AI affected your learning process so far, and has it been good and or bad for you?
For me, AI has been both a blessing and a challenge. While I often rely on apps like ChatGPT and Gemini for writing or completing assignments, I've learned to craft prompts that extract authentic insights without blindly copying the information. As a result, I've been able to transform AI into a valuable tool that works to my advantage.
Thanks, Siddhant. So, Lyla and Skyler, has AI affected your learning process so far? And if so, has it been good or bad?
I think it's been pretty neutral. AI isn't allowed in my school. It's actually blocked off of the school Wi-Fi, so we couldn't use it unless we used it at home. But it's viewed so negatively, I do want to stay away from it. I've messed with it when it first came out. My dad just told me to go on it and see kind of just what would happen if I asked it a question. But I'm just scared of the plagiarism, and teachers are really, really good at catching kids, use AI for homework. And I don't want to get caught up in that, so I just stay away.
Let's see, I've used AI for my learning experience, not usually for schoolwork because it's too difficult and it's not allowed as well. Like you said, it was also banned in the school Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. But I have used it in other cases because I'm writing my own stories. I have used it to help research. If it's with math and certain science-y aspects, because I'm a science fiction writer, it often will get certain parts wrong, it'll misremember. But I have used it to help summarize text for me and to give me just a general bare bones version of the science that I'm trying to research. So in that way, yes, I have used it and I think it is quite helpful.
Thank you all for joining us today on ListenUp, the place to be to discuss life's big questions. We want to hear from you. Please email us at info@kidspiritonline.com, and we hope to see you next time.